Hi, I'm Simon and this is an open tag video to all of my subscribers and anyone else who happens to stumble across the video. And what I would like to know is, from the next generation of games and gaming systems, what is it really going to take to wow you? And this question all came about after a comment that was left by MrRetrodreaming on my video about the Wii U and not having one. And he said he's not going to buy a Wii U. He's not interested in it because there's nothing in this current generation or upcoming generation of game systems that wows him anymore. And he's gone back to playing mostly retro stuff. And I was thinking to myself, well, maybe there are quite a few of you out there who feel the same way, that all of the exciting experiences that have come from gaming have all kind of dried up and there's nothing exciting and new coming. I don't know. I asked myself the question and thought, what is it that's wowed me in this current generation? And it hasn't happened with every game, not even close, but there have been some experiences where I've been shocked or stunned by something, or I've felt really immersed in a world so much that I've stopped and looked around and admired and appreciated what the developers have created. And I think there will be more of those experiences coming in the future, but will they really blow me away because of what I've already experienced? I mean, thinking back to the previous generation of systems, the sixth generation with the PlayStation 2, the original Xbox, the GameCube, I think the developers had most, if not all, of the tools they needed to create large, expansive worlds, to create believable characters, and to tell the stories that they wanted to tell. And it was quite an evolutionary jump, especially in the 3D arena, from PlayStation 1 to PlayStation 2. I felt with a lot of PlayStation 1 games, I didn't really like the 3D games because the worlds, apart from the cartoony games, the worlds felt rather clunky and awkward and not very nice to look at. Whereas when you got into the sixth generation of systems, they were pleasing on the eye. And of course, as we moved into the seventh generation, they became even more appealing to look at. But going forward into the next generation, yes, they're going to get better, but it's not going to be that much better that it's really going to impress us too much. At least I don't think so. I'm sure most of you have seen a lot of the tech demos are out there that are showing what that next generation of game systems is likely to create. And yeah, it's beautiful, but that alone I don't think is going to be enough. This current generation of game systems brought us more than just new graphics or enhanced graphics. With the birth of the Wii, bringing in motion gaming, we were given a new evolution in gameplay, and it was a movement off of the couch and in front of the television, maybe waving a wand around or just waving your hands around to control the games, but it gave us something new. I mean, obviously, it's something that had been attempted before, but it had failed. This generation, it had been achieved, and whether you like it or not, most of the time it does work well. And sure, there's going to be more of that in the next generation, but is that going to be enough to wow us? I don't think so. For me, it's going to take something else. And it's something that I truly believe is coming in this next generation of game systems, and that is virtual reality. This is something that I've been waiting for since the early to mid 90s, when people were talking about it as something for arcade machines, that we were going to see virtual reality arcade machines, and we did. And they were rubbish. The experience was slow and laggy. The worlds that we were put into were just clunky and not very believable. It came before its time, but now we have the hardware to create these beautiful 3D worlds at 60 frames a second, and we now have the technology through which to view these worlds, because last year, I'm sure most of you are aware, but just in case you're not, there was a Kickstarter campaign to produce a piece of technology, a peripheral for the PC called a Cullis Rift, which would allow us to view games in 3D, but also, because of its gyroscopes and motion sensing technology, would allow that data to be transferred into the game and put us there behind the eyes of the avatar and make us feel even more immersed in the world than we already do. You know, obviously, when we're viewing things on our monitors or our TVs, well, at least I do, I feel kind of sucked into that world. And this is going to bring us that step closer. And sure, it's going to be cool, it's going to be on the PC, but I also feel this is something that's coming with console gaming. And it might come before the next generation, because I think Sony are in a very good position to bring out their own technology in this field. They already have their 3D visor viewer thing for watching movies and playing games called the HMZ T1, and then the last iteration last year was called the T2, where they'd made it lighter and more comfortable. I haven't used it, so I can't tell you exactly what it's like, but reviews I've read of it and things I've seen online, videos about it, make it sound like a really intriguing concept. Now, it's not a quantum leap to go from that to something that has the motion controls. In fact, PlayStation's Move is very good at mapping out 3D spaces in the real world, so I'm sure it won't take much for Sony's boffins to merge those two technologies together to give us a pretty impressive in-game experience. Now, obviously, I want to know what you think about this. I mean, is it going to take something as much as virtual reality to blow you away, or will it take something else? Do you want to see a different evolution in gameplay? Do you want to see enhancements in the graphics? I want to know what it is that's going to really blow you away, that's going to make you take your credit card out or cash out of your wallet and pay for that next system. So, thank you very much for watching. From my spare room to wherever you are, this is Simon signing off. Bye-bye.